Warning: viewer discretion is advised when watching these videos. A lot of the content may not be suitable for young children. I advise coming here on the channel with logic and sound reasoning in order to be able to retain most of the information that comes off of these videos. Thank you for your time. Now let's begin. Hello, everyone. It's your boy, Sirius at Sirius Inner Temple Spiritual Network. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. So we're going to be talking about a new topic of discussion today, dealing with these 4 planetoids and what's going on in and outside of our matrix construct. What's going on right now beyond your 5 senses. We're going to be talking about this topic here today, dealing with your Pleiadians and some others. And hopefully you have enough time to come along for the ride. It's greatly appreciated. And if you want to donate to the channel, the email's in the description box below. If you want to send me some emails, the email's in the description box below. All right, let's begin. So, as you guys well know, your Pleiadians, most people don't even realize what's going on outside of our matrix construct. The Pleiadians are running around right now in the 4th dimension, fighting with some of their Archon buddies. They're fighting with us as well, and people don't even really understand what is really going on. So I'm going to have to explain this. So you see these planetoids like Mars, you see Uranus, you see Jupiter here, and of course you see Saturn up there with the ring being dissolved. I'm going to explain that in just a second. Hopefully you guys are already tuned in and paying attention. Okay, so with dealing with Saturn, people always assume that Saturn has rings around it. It really doesn't. Those are supposed to be spaceships around the entire planet for planetary protection and stuff like this. Saturn is a very hospitable planet, and yes, we do have Saturnarians on that planetoid. But what we didn't know is that a lot of the Saturnarian people betrayed our own people to align themselves with these Pleiadian Archons that want to take over Tiamat, but their plans have been thwarted, and now they know that taking over this planet is going to be impossible. The Pleiadian people, they now know that taking over the planetoid known as Tiamat, the one that we live on right now, we call Earth today, it is literally going to be impossible for them to take it over. And the reason being is because your elites right now, what they're doing is that they're actually going underground through certain Stargate portals that have been created since around the time when they assassinated John F. Kennedy. Around that time, they've been building these portals for a minute now. Okay, and since around that time, they knew that somewhere along the line that the prophecy was going to come true, to where our people would rise in spiritual power, and we would go against the government and all of its supposed assets. Because of this, they knew that there would be a very good chance that they wouldn't be able to hold on to the planet. So they made Stargate portals. They actually show you Stargate portals that look a lot like this in the middle of the screen. See this metallic looking Stargate portal? They have a show called Stargate Enterprise, right? Stargate Enterprise. They were trying to show you guys that these guys, these orcs, these spliced humans, and these Pleiadians, and a lot of these lower ones, these Archons, they've been using Stargate portals since forever to move around interstellarly. They've always been using Stargate portals because they can't go outside in the cosmos, because that carbon and dark energy and dark matter will just start to destroy their bodies over time. They can't breathe in space like we can. So many of them can't breathe in space like we can. So they knew that the dark matter energy would destroy them because they're not composed of dark energy. So what they do is that they put protection around their spaceships. They put protection around themselves in many different types of ways. One time we talked about how these Archons like to use gold to put around their spaceships so they can move around interstellarly without having any trouble. They like to wear certain suits and stuff like this that protect them from dark energy. You understand? See, because of the fact that right now the elites, they've already made a pilgrimage to Mars, and a lot of them are on the Mars' surface right now, and they don't want to let you know this. See, the goal is not just Mars. The Martians that are inside inner Mars are eventually going to come out, find them on the surface, and they're going to start interrogating them, and then eventually they're going to start fighting. That's ultimately what's going to end up happening on Mars. Okay? And people be saying, oh, this can't be real. Mars don't have life on it. Mars has ice caps on the tip of the planet. That means there was water. There was once water there. So there was life on that planet, in case you guys don't realize. The reason why Mars looks the way that it looks now on the surface is because there was a gigantic planetary war on that planet. And some of these Archons tried to drop nukes on the planet because they couldn't take the planet, because they wanted the red gold and the resources. They wanted to use us as resources. They wanted to use the Martians as resources, the Martians that live in inner Mars. They wanted to use them as resources. Okay? Hope you're paying attention. So they want to use them as resources to see, like I said, they dropped nukes, nuclear bombs on the planet. So that's why Mars looks the way that it looks today. It was a very lushful, beautiful planet at one point. Now the Martians live inside inner Mars, and they have beautiful cities and all kind of beautiful structures and stuff inside of there, just like inner Earth, and as you can see, you have your Uranus, and you also have your Jupiter and your Saturn. They're trying to make it to all four of these planets. Your elites right now, they're trying that. This is the goal. They're trying to colonize on all four of these planets right now. That is the goal. They're going to keep trying to get further and further and further away from Tiamat, Terra, or Kai. They're going to try to get far away from this planet as soon as possible. Of course, they have brought 30 to 40 years of food along with them for the voyage, or whatever you want to call it, for this attempt to travel to different planets, because they're afraid that eventually we're going to come after them, and we're going to shut their shit down and get rid of them. And they're not wrong. They're going to pay for what they did. Now, see, right now, people always hear about Draconians, but they don't know how dominant the Pleiadians are when it comes to hijacking and robbing other beings of their freedoms and taking over planets. In fact, Pleiadians are more dominant at this than even Draco-Reptilians. The reason why Pleiadians are so dominant at this is because physically, as you can clearly see the three blondes on the left side of the screen, they don't look menacing and they don't look threatening. They look like really nice people that you would want to get along with. Some may say that they are attractive or appealing physically to the naked eye. So a lot of people would expect them to attack them in that kind of savage manner, but they are very much evil for the most part, and they do have plans to conquest. They are galactic space pirates, and like I said before, on their planets they have millions and millions of ancient structures, paintings, priceless artifacts on their planet that was stolen from other planets, and people are still looking to get those things back that were stolen from them. See, Pleiadians are some of the most dominant when it comes to thievery and collecting and stealing and taking over planets. Pleiadians, hands down, are some of the best at what they do, because you would never see it coming. That's why when they came to Tiamat here, we didn't detect any malice from them. We saw them as friends, and they came off as friends. So the last thing we thought is that they were going to try to attack us. And this is why what ended up happening on this planet here ended up happening. We didn't see them as enemies. We never faced an enemy like them. They're very cunning, they're very smart, and they know how to maneuver around an enemy. Now, right now, the Draconians, you have some Draconians that are with Pleiadians. You have some, like your some of your Zeta Draconians or your Pale ones. You have some of them that are down with your Pleiadians, but then you have a lot of them that are fighting against Pleiadians right now because, as there's no trust amongst thieves. Eventually they're going to start infighting amongst each other for the spoils of war. So as of right now, the Insectilians, they're still working with your elites to this day. They're still working with them. But as you can see, there's a lot of deals being made between these beings. And as you guys well know, the Andromedans, which is the ones at the very bottom of the screen, the ones that are in this really light green picture with the male and the female, not all of your Andromedans, there's something that happened with the Andromedans that people don't really realize. Not all of them did this, but there was a huge group of them that decided to turn their backs on the Anunnaki or the Anunnaki people. Not all of the Andromedans did this. We still have some Andromedans that are still on our side for the most part, but we did have some that were conspiring with the Galactic Federation, the Federation, the Galactic Federation. And the reason for this is because they were greedy. They want more power. They want more power than what they're supposed to have. You understand what I'm saying? Because these Archons, they be trying to make deals with everybody that they possibly can, only to screw them over in the end. So now the Andromedans that turned their backs on us, now they're trying to redeem themselves right now. They're trying to come back to our side, and they're trying to make deals, and they're trying to now they have to redeem themselves for what they've done. And see as of right now, the insectoids, they're more they want to live on Mars, but that's not going to be allowed, because if you try to live on Mars as well, on Mars' surface, we already know how insects are. The first thing they're going to try to do is try to find a way to get into Mars, and they're going to get attacked also. The Saturnarians, well, they're going to, if the Pleiadians go to Saturn, the Saturnarians are gonna open, they're gonna welcome them with open arms. And the reason why is because they're working together. A lot of the Saturnarians and the Pleiadians even have offspring together. Yeah, offspring, like children. Like a lot of your Saturnarians are they're carbon dated people who are of the celestial energy, but they had a mindset that's foreign to us. They were the ones who are known as your Moors, that came down here and were in control for a while until they were kicked out of power after 1492 or whatever. So like what I'm trying to say, right now, we're going to have to deal with the Saturnarians after we're done dealing with the Pleiadians. And right now, Jupiter, that's why they made a movie called Jupiter Ascending. Right now, they want to make Jupiter one of their primary home bases. They want to make Jupiter one of their primary home bases. And they want to be able to suck the life out of the planet and use it for whatever kind of resources they need. You understand? Because many different types of planets have many different types of mineral resources. You have your yellow gold, your red gold, your green gold. You have so many different types. You see, and what they basically want to do is that they want to go on the planet and they want to harvest all the energy and all the resources for the planet, and they want to take that stuff with them and go to another planet. But they want to also see, they're not going to try to build the planet up enough. They're only going to build it up to the point that they can extract all the life and resources from the planet and then move on to another planet. Because they're parasites like your Andromedans. They know what they did. They screwed up. Trying to deal with these Archons and making deals with them. So a very vast amount of your Andromedans right now, they tried to do an about face, so now they're trying to find a way to get back on our good side or whatever. Not all Andromedans did this. You still have your good Andromedan people that they're not dealing
making any dealings with these Archons. They know better. But you have some that are selfish as well. Your draconian reptilians, they're very scared right now because a lot of them were left on the planet down here, and they're trying to find a way to escape. So they want to use the Stargate portals as well, but they're not being allowed to, from what I understand. They're not being allowed to use the Stargate portals that are underground. They're not being allowed to, so they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. A lot of them don't even know that they're Stargate portals. They don't know. They trying to find a way to get off the planet because with this coming energy, it's going to destroy their bodies. These Archons, man, they're all trying to get off the planet right now. They're being attacked by our people as well. The Anunnaki, the Anunnaki people. They're coming after them right now, and they're trying to get off the planet because as soon as this energy comes in and hits everyone, if it hits them, it's going to destroy their bodies instantaneously. They will no longer exist in this plane of existence. So they're trying to make a race to get off the planet right now. They don't want to be here right now. Tiamat is the worst place they can be at right now. Okay? And because everything is shutting down around us, everything's going cashless, you see what they're doing with the money situation. The money is becoming of non-worth. People are losing their jobs out here. People are becoming unemployed. People are being evicted. Millions and millions of people are being evicted. As you can see, this system is falling apart. There's flooding everywhere. There's flooding in China, Saudi Arabia, Tennessee, Ohio State, Mexico. All right, and many other places, Texas. And they're not telling you about this. All they're showing you on the news is just COVID-19 and Trump. That's all they're talking about. And there's a very good chance, somewhere within August now, they're going to make an attempt to have Donald Trump and his clone be killed off. A lot of people seen something on The Simpsons, that animation, to where they had Donald Trump in a casket dead. They're trying to make that a reality right now because he has to get on that Stargate portal to get out of here. So he's going to have his clone take the fall for him. This is what they want to do. And then the world's going to be in a Great Depression because a lot of people like Trump. It is what it is. A lot of these orcs and some of our people that are brain dead like this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, the Draco Reptilians, because what they were doing and how they were sacrificing people and all that, now that they've been sacrificing all these people, there's really nobody left to sacrifice. What they're doing now is that they want to go to other planets and start this whole sacrificial ritual shit that they've been doing. They want to do it on other planets, but this is the thing. Nobody's giving them the technology to get off the planet right now. They're stuck down here. A lot of them are stuck down. Okay, they thought they were going to just be able to do whatever they wanted to do. Now, they were trying to build these spacecrafts to get off the planet as well. And see, your elites, they did build that a spaceship in Denver, in the Denver airport. I believe it's Denver, Colorado. It's Colorado. There's a spaceship inside that airport. But they're not going to be able to use it because guess what? If they try to use it with all the helium that's in the atmosphere and who's up there waiting for them, the moment they try to go up there, they're gonna literally get shot with a laser and they're gonna just be disintegrated. They were already told they can't send nothing back up there. They can't send anything up there past the atmosphere. They're not allowed to anymore. And they keep on doing it with all these SpaceX projects and all this nonsense that you see on the internet. Okay? They're trying to find a way to blow a hole through the ozone layer, trying to get up there, trying to find a way. It's not going to work for them. It's really not going to work for them. They don't understand. And because of these Saturnarians turning on our own people, the Saturnians or Saturnarian people are peoples of carbon. Because of what they did to us, they're going to pay dearly when we come after them. And yes, they look like carbon-dated people, like myself. They look like quote-unquote Anunnaki. They do look like us. You know, we're not the only people that are of carbon in the universe. And we used to make deals with them. We were cool with them at one point. I don't understand why it is that they decided to turn on us. And I believe that it was the Saturnians, the Saturnarians, that gave the Pleiadians the Stargate maps on where to go through, which Stargate to go through to end up on Tiamat here, so they can be able to destroy our towers that were here on the planet 500 years ago. I believe it was the Saturnians that gave them that information. I don't know why they decided to turn on their own people for it, but they're gonna pay. Now, the Galactic Federation. I made a video about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a video dealing with insectoids. It's called insectillions or insectoids, negative entities. It's a video that has the face of like a prawn from District 9. You know the movie called District 9? Those aliens called prawns, that they look like they're part crab, part insect. Yeah, well, if you see that video in my video section, you'll see toward the end of the video, I was talking to you guys about the Galactic Federation and how they're false, they're fake. You know, they were put in charge to be in charge of the galactic military. They were put in charge of more than several different types of planets. And they were made to be a governing body of laws and standards for all the peoples in the universe. They were placed there for the betterment of the universe and other planets in the surrounding universe. They were placed there to be guardians of the galaxies as well. And they made laws, galactic laws, to govern over different peoples and different sectors of reality. But a lot of them got corrupted, making all kinds of deals with these Archons and Pleiadians and Orcs and stuff like this. And our people just found out now what's going on. And a lot of them who have been stripped of their position, and they've been put in ground zero, man. Whatever the dimensional gateway they've been put in, they've been basically put on a planet to where they've been stripped of all their rank. And they're stripped of all their rank, their abilities, everything. They've been stripped of everything. And now they're in the lowest point. They're in literally the lowest point. And who stripped them? Believe it or not, it was Anu. It was Anu, the Anunnaki people, that had them stripped. And I believe Anu was there along with them. I believe that Anu, the creator, was along with them, and he had them stripped himself. I believe he had them stripped. And a lot of these beings were beings of carbon. They had beings that were of different species. And they all sit in a table. And they all make galactic laws. They're all sitting there, and they're the high chancellor. They're in these high positions. And they were placed there out of the trust of Anu and the Galactic Guardians. They were placed there so that way, the universe could be in balance. But then they got somehow corrupted, making deals with these orcs, and these orcs are saying that they have something of value. And, the Galactic Federation, they're acting all like, they don't want them to destroy whatever it is that is of value, or whatever it is that they have over there in lockup. Because these orcs are going to try to play their hand, and they're going to try to play their role correct. They're going to try to, squeeze a deal out by pressing on your damn neck. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to force the deal out of you by threatening. And these clowns took the deal. And then ever since, they've been trading all kind of gold, trading all kind of this, trading all kind of that. We could have been out of this situation dealing with these orcs a long time ago, probably 200 years in advance. We could have been done dealing with them. But because the Galactic Federation, the Galactic Confederation, because they've been making all kinds of deals with these Archons and all these elites, the elites in this country, and the elites all over the world, and this government, because they've been making so many deals, they eventually became corrupted. This is why you hear about the Society of Light, the Galactic Federation of Light, and all this other stuff. That's the false light. That's that evil, twisted shit. They want to, like I told you guys, the true light is in darkness. Okay, you can't have light without darkness. So when they talk about that they're the Society of Light, they lying to you. Okay, all right. They just want to keep you down here in the lowest point so you can be enslaved, because they want to siphon off your orgone energy. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's a goddamn shit show, man. All right, and I believe that later on down the line, that the Saturnians, they believe that they're all buddy with these Pleiadians, but I believe the Pleiadians are eventually going to end up attacking even them, and that's really going to teach them a lesson. I believe the Pleiadians have a plan. They're going to come after the Saturnians, or the Saturnarians, later on down the line, because the Pleiadians cannot be trusted. You know, and you would think that your Andromedans, that some of your Andromedans would know better. But in the past, some Andromedans have made deals with Pleiadians before. Like I said, some Andromedans get along with Pleiadians. Not all of them, but some of them do. And this is why the ones that get along with them turn their backs on us. You know, I've been telling people for a while now, don't be surprised when the third dimension ends up getting fused over into the fourth dimension. You start seeing reptilians walking around. Don't be surprised, because they can't escape. A lot of these ones that stayed down here, they can't escape. They thought they were going to be able to rule over this dimensional plane of existence. Now, with all the fighting that's going on with Anunnakis at nighttime and in the daytime, especially at nighttime, with all these spaceships, a lot of their spaceships end up getting destroyed in all those battles, in all those battles with all those laser guns and stuff like that. Okay, they're constantly looking for parts for their spaceships and stuff like that. Okay, and because this planet has boundless resources, they're constantly coming down here. And yes, they know about the new planetoid that's 5 times bigger than the one that we talked about recently, the dual planet, the Tiamat, that's even larger than the one that we're on right now. They know about it, but it's being very well guarded. They're not trying to go on there. Because see, the thing is this, what that black cube is doing when it's going near the sun is shoving all that energy into all the planetoids that belong in this sector of reality. That energy that's going to be coming flying in here is going to be all that energy is going to be coming from the dual Earth as well. The dual Earth is going to be having that same type of energy going through it as well. They're not trying to hang around here. They're trying to get out of here. And the idiot ones that think that they can still have some type of control, because they just don't know when to fucking quit. Like some of these idiotic Pleiadians, some of these Draco reptilians, that they're infighting amongst each other, and some of them are trying to fight with our people. Then our people are kicking their ass and they're trying to run away. You know, don't be surprised if you start seeing all kinds of stuff from the fourth dimension falling into here, where we're at right now, because eventually the third is going to fall into the fourth. You understand what I'm saying? This is just a little update of what's going on. And that Stargate portal, they're going to try to shut it off. They're going to try to shut it off when they're done using it. They're going to try to shut it off because, and they're going to probably try to leave somebody here as some kind of like scapegoat or something like that. They're going to have him either destroy the Stargate or tear it down or whatever, because they don't want our people following them to where they're currently at right now. I wouldn't be surprised if these elites are trying to make a Stargate portal on Mars right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to make a Stargate portal that leads to a different location. I wouldn't be surprised if they're almost finished doing it, because they've been on Mars for a minute now. Okay? I knew when I heard that they went to a pilgrimage on Mars a few years back. I knew when I heard that they finally made it over there. I just knew it. And of course, I could just leave my body and go over there and see for myself. This is why I stress astral projection so much, because when you astral project, you can go into these other realms and see what's really going on. These damn Archons know that we are not going to be used as a resource anymore, and they're panicking. So the first thing they're going to try to do is, when they see that everything down here is going to shit for them, they're going to go to these other planetoids and start problems. They're going to go over there and start trying to start problems, because they know staying here is the worst idea they could possibly come up with. And of course, your elites are going to try to turn on their AI technology. You know Jeff Bezos, the guy that owns Amazon? Amazon is really Skynet. I don't know if I've said this before, but they have all kinds of AI technology that are like machines that are like fighting robots. They're like killing machines. And they have these machines ready and waiting to be turned on so they can start terrorizing people. And we're going to eventually have to end up fighting these things. They look like the Terminator. A lot of them look like that. They're called Sentinels. And they also have a new species that they've created, these orcs that they've created. They don't have a face. Okay, they don't have a face, but they have a humanoid shape, and they're like butterscotch complexion. They have arms and legs like a normal person. Imagine a person with no face. Well, and they can sense you. They can see you. They know if you're a carbon, and they're gonna be programmed like almost like a video game. These guys literally have machines to where. Like it's almost like a video game. They literally have a controller to where they can actually control these beings, and these beings are fucking killers. Okay, I'm talking. They're going to be controlling these beings through some kind of like, I don't know if it's an EMF wave. I don't know what kind of technology they're using, but it sends when they turn on the remote control for it. It sends a wave for these things to turn on, and the first thing they're going to start doing is terrorizing. We're going to have to fight with those damn things too. They've made all kinds of monsters and all kinds of fucking awful looking experimentations underground in certain military bases. You got all kinds of creatures and certain types of solutions that they've created. And eventually, when you start busting into these military bases, you're going to see a lot of these celebrities. You're going to see a lot of celebrities that are in some certain solutions and tubes that have been cloned, that are being used to run around out here and create problems. Now, a lot of these elites, what they have done, is certain bases that they don't want certain information coming out. They've already torched and burned the base. They've burned it down, so that way when you go inside, you won't see much of anything. But they can't do that on all the bases. There's just too many. So they can only do so much. And that's why I stress what I've been stressing. It's good to do research. It's good to know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, when the shit hits the fan, you're not going to even know what to do. There's so many people out here that are still confused with this coronavirus situation. They literally believe the shit. I still see people running around out here with masks on. All right? We believe everything that we're fed out here. And right now, all these businesses are going out of business. All of them are going out of business right now. We got millions of businesses a week going out of business. Why are they not talking about this on television? Why are they not talking about this on television? All the flooding that's going on. You got wildfires breaking out. Algeria, they have a wildfire in Algeria breaking out. What about 2 days ago? The fire looked like it was coming out of the ground. That fire looked so strong. Multiple places all over the planet are flooding to the point that hundreds and hundreds of people are dead. You got millions of people that have been relocated to different areas. You got houses falling all over the place. They're saying that these floods in China and all these other places, these floods are worse than anything they've seen in over 50 years. It's the pole shift reversal that's happening right now. A lot of people that are spiritually aware, they can feel this energy coming. And if you're not spiritually aware, you're not going to know, but that's what's going on. It's the pole shift reversal. We're reversing right now. And I'm telling you, when this shit is done, y'all going to see the difference. Okay? The poles are damn near almost shifting. All right? And they're going to get to that point soon enough. Letting you guys know, there's not going to be an election, man. There's not going to be an election, man. I'm just letting y'all know, man. There's not going to be no election. Donald Trump is your final president, people. I'm just letting y'all know for the record, man. I'm just letting y'all know what it is. So this is a little bit on this topic dealing with your elites exiting and escaping and making a mass exodus off the planet. This is your boy Sirius in the Temple. I'll be back with another video later on down the line. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Peace.